Okay, so just to continue, um, the the stacked line graph or bar, in this case, the stacked bar graph, right? It's going to show me, for example, like if I'm looking at January, right? I'd say books were about 750, right? And then accessories maybe about another 750. They're about the same. Decor looks like a great deal more, right? More like 250. And clothes looks like about 1500. I'm sorry, 2500 I meant here, and 1500, right? And so then I can look at trends over time of sales to date, month by month. Okay, so besides that, so all of those were numerical data in charts, right? And here's some examples of things that are going to be non-numerical. And this one is called a Venn diagram. A Venn diagram shows comparison and contrast of two or more things, right? And where they overlap, they are the same, right? So there's three circles here, right? There's a GIF, a JPEG, and a PNG. These are like three types of files, right? So this is showing where they overlap and where they're different, right? So the GIF has a limited color palette, right? Um, what I notice is all three of them overlap here, right, in the web safe um, area. Here, these two are overlapping, right? And here, these two are overlapping. And then these outside parts of the circles are attributes that are distinct to one of the three types. Okay, so Venn diagrams get used in the sciences a lot, and you'll see them in a lot of writing in the sciences. You saw a flow chart last week for the scientific method that showed you kind of like how you go from one step to the other and when you kind of wrap around. So with a flow chart, you're following the arrows, right? So I'm going down, back to here, right? And if the answer here is no or yes, I take a different adventure, right? And this is again kind of showing an example of a what looks like the scientific method, but I'm not exactly sure because it's not labeled, right? This shows the process of how theories are created, spread, and accepted. So this may be theories beyond scientific theory, right? It may be talking in a more general way about theories, like theories about culture or theories about music or anything like that. And I'm going to tell you to skip the Gantt chart because it's one that's far less frequently seen. Um, Organizational charts are another way that that information is given visually, right? This is an organizational chart of a company, right? And again, like this one doesn't have a label at the top, right? But it does tell me I can see that there's hierarchy here, right? Where this person appears to have the most power. These three people are directly under this person, and then there are people underneath each of these people, right? In some other things that you may see, pictographs, they can use symbols to convey information. So the little bird is the Twitter symbol, and you kind of learn these culturally. Everyone now sort of knows what a cell phone is, so they know that that's telling you that this is a phone number, for example. Infographics are becoming more and more popular also. Um, and this is one that's comparing and contrasting two Super Bowls, right? So again, I'm looking at the title, the Super Bowl and chicken, going steady since 1967. Super Bowl one, Super Bowl 52, right? Um, so this is telling me who played in each Super Bowl. This is telling me how much chicken was consumed per capita per person, right? Uh, 32 pounds of chicken in 1967, right? And 91 pounds today, right? So that tells me individually, right, that a person on average is consuming that much chicken probably in a year is going to be my guess here. Okay. Um, and then this is telling me the cost and how it's changed over time. The rise of chicken wings as a specific type of chicken product, right? And the number of fans watching the Super Bowl. And the one thing is I'm a little confused here about this information, like just what length of time, because it is about the Super Bowl and chicken. I can't imagine they're saying consume per capita. Um, I'm not quite sure. So I would probably want to look, because I always think per capita is for each person, right? Yeah. So that just sounds odd to me. It can't be for the one day, right? I'm guessing it's for the year. But again, this could probably be clearer as far as information goes. So this is not all inclusive, but these are a number of the types of information you're going to see. Um, Another type of information that you're going to see is going to be tables, and Gladwell uses quite a few tables. Okay, like where he shows you the birth dates and asks you to look at it and see if you notice anything. Right. So a table is going to have data sets in it. Right. So here is table 1 running a race. I have the participants, how many races they've run, their best time, their average time, their ranking. So I could use that to do analysis. Right. The second table here, average perceptions of English speakers, right? And it shows me standard American English, Southern American English, British English, Australian English, right? And then it lists the gender of the speaker, and then it has a bunch of different classes of speakers, okay? Participants in this survey were asked to rate speakers on a scale of 1 to 10, right? So this gives me information about how they perceived English speakers, okay? And it's broken down in a particular way. So this one has a lot more information in it, and it's going to take you a little longer to understand it and to start to draw conclusions about what you're looking at. So let me. So what I would like you to do is to read through this yourself again a second time now that you've kind of walked through it with me, and just make sure you really understand.